Hi boys and girls.
Hi kids, how you doing?
We've made it to day 50, our last day on the farm. We thought we'd have fun looking back on the last 49 days that we've enjoyed having you on the farm.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure. I've really enjoyed it and I hope we can do it again sometime. So does Mavis here, our glamorous assistant.
Let's have a look. On day 1, we welcomed the hogs home from their winter holiday and learnt about dozing. On day 2, we met the first new baby lambs and something about sheep cake. On day 3, we learnt how to put coats on the baby lambs and met the sheepdog, Jem. On day 4, we welcomed our first set of twins and helped Farmer William feed the ponies. On day 5, we saw the feed arriving at the farm and explored energy buckets on day 6, along with moles. On day 7, Farmer William showed us frog spawn and we learnt lots about frogs. We also enjoyed a bird's eye view of the farm from above. On day 8, we explored the burn, where we looked at fossils and different types of minerals and crystals. We explored gold panning too. We also had the chance to go up the hill and see Farmer William's blackie sheep. On day 9, we explored beech trees, ferns, different plants that come from around the world on the farm, as well as uses of wood that Farmer William explained to us. On day 10, we explored the juniper trees, we did some woodland management in the deciduous forest and explored fir trees and fir cones. On day 11, we met Brian and looked at the supermoon. On day 12, we enjoyed spending some time with the ponies and welcomed the swallows home to the farm. We also met some newts, and Farmer William showed us the oak gall wasp. On day 13, we were having a walk along the river and we saw some lovely birds that we might meet there. On day 14, I took you to see the Holy Well. We had the fertiliser spread in the fields. On day 15, we enjoyed meeting some of the ponies, got to watch Farmer William feed his pet lambs, and enjoyed watching the blackie lambs playing up the hill. We also got to see the cool satellites. On day 16, Farmer William showed us some freshwater shrimps in the burn beside the house. We got to see a tree creeper, we got to see the apple blossom beginning, and the bluebells came out on the farm. On day 17, we explored spirals like the ferns, the shepherd's crook, and the cool snails. On day 18, we enjoyed watching the men plant the trees with the EnviroMounder. We learnt from the men how to plant the trees, and Farmer William showed us the beginning of a wasp's nest. On day 19, we explored sundials, solar energy, as well as photosynthesis, and in fact it began to rain, so we made a cool raft. On day 20, we explored the Kingfisher, saw a cool plane flying over the river, and Farmer William showed us some amazing old tools of how things used to be done. On day 21, we met a cool hairy oobit and a camouflage caterpillar, as well as the conkers beginning to grow and some baby beech trees. We even had some fun with dandelions. On day 22, Farmer William began telling us how to build a stock fence, and we looked at some windmills far in the distance. On day 23, it was a special VE Day celebration where we saw lots of old things from the farm. On day 24, we met some really cool moorland birds, and we also learned how to use a special index in the bird book. We got very excited about gorse, as well as nettles. On day 25, we explored the rainbow and all the colours of the things that we could find on the farm that were the same colour as the rainbows. On day 26, we became entomologists, studying a whole range of really creepy crawlies. We loved that. We met Mr. Badger on day 27 and the deer on day 28. We got to see the staghorn tree, as well as learning all about other crepuscular animals. It was a very special day on day 29. We welcomed 2 brand new foals to the farm, and Farmer William was keen to teach us a bit about the Glenmuir Highland ponies that live here. What a treat! On day 30 we got to see some hidden nests, we welcomed the hawthorn blossom, and we went back to visit the deciduous wood. We even got to see a Cuddy's lug. On day 31 we saw the shedder and saw baby Brian all grown up. On day 32 we watched the lambs playing, saw a hare really close up and enjoyed watching the cheeky foals as they grow and develop. We also saw the cricket-bat willows and met a variety of different birds and nests. On day 33 we explored roses and the cool killer foxgloves. We met Big Ben and we enjoyed watching the dippers, and what a treat at night. We got to look really closely at the moon. On day 34 you hiked up the hill with me to look at all the different kinds of grasses that are up there. And we said hello to the Blackie sheep and their lambs. On day 35 we poked about in the hedgerows, looking at all the cool plants and insects that could be found there. We enjoyed listening to the birds that day too, do you remember? On day 36, Rona and I taught you about the red squirrel. What fun we had. We learned all sorts of cool facts about the red squirrel and its place in the Scottish countryside. On day 37, we were lepidopterologists. We were studying moths and butterflies. What fun! We even saw some amazing cool silk webs, and we enjoyed a fabulous sunset together. And then at night we got to look at the cool moths at night. On day 38 we went with Otty the otter. He enjoyed showing us his home in the river habitat, and he also took us to the beach to see about the sea otters that he is related to. On day 39 we explored lots and lots of new bugs like this beetle and this grasshopper. We also learnt something really cool about the geranium plant. We caught a quick glance at the woodpecker, and we watched the conkers growing slightly more, as well as the apples. On day 40, Farmer William used his mathematical skills to weigh the sheep. That was good fun. On day 41, we explored the clover and the hawthorn berries starting like little trumpets. We looked at how the poppies spread their seeds out of these cool wee things there. We looked at different seed heads around the farm that we could find, and we explored close up a wasp's nest. On day 42 was a brilliant fun day. It was the day for the clipping. The very, very exciting day it is. We showed you how big the fleeces were and how glad the sheep were to get rid of them. We thought about what we use wool for and where it goes once it leaves the farm. We learnt about killing the sheep too. On day 43, we went to the church with Farmer William to learn about slowberries, and we enjoyed looking at all the wildlife that could be found there, both the flowers, like these irises, and these amazing blue butterflies that we saw while we were out there. We also learnt about different kinds of grasses while we were out, as well as the very pretty wildflowers that can be found there. On day 44, we had to look above our heads to explore the clouds in the sky, and some of them were absolutely breathtaking. We also thought about the water cycle. On day 45, we went on a school trip to Newton Stewart to the market to learn about what happens when the sheep leave the farm. We were allowed inside the market, and Farmer William drove us there so safely. Do you remember? What an exciting day 46 was. That was the arrival of baby Innes. Do you remember? We love him. On day 47, we got a close-up look at a heron, and we saw our special swallows finally fledging the nest, as well as the oyster catchers, who were plodding about at the riverside, and we even got a look at the baby one. On day 48, we took you down to the seaside to watch some seals with us. We thoroughly enjoyed that. What a real treat! And with our special binoculars and long zoom lens, we got quite a close look too. We loved that. Day 49, we looked at the different seeds that are suddenly appearing on the farm. Isn't Mother Nature wonderful? We explored all sorts, didn't we?
Hi kids, how you doing? I know I said goodbye to you earlier and then I came in mind. These wee guys have hatched and they're almost ready to leave the nest. Remember I showed you the flycatchers? There was the little blue tits nest over there, the flycatcher's nest here, and the blackbirds there. Well, the two of them, both those lots have left, but these ones here, they're still in the nest and they're just about ready to leave the nest. So I'll give you a wee look at them, okay? Okay kids, I know we said goodbye, but I think what we'll do is we'll probably do you a few instalments over the summer holidays, just so you see how things are going on, how my lambs are doing, how my wee foals are doing, and anything else about the farm that we think's of interest to you. So, bye!
Bye!